Have you ever wondered how you can start making money on a vacation rental property, but you don't have a lot of money to put down? You want to buy a vacation rental? Well, I'm going to be telling you how. This video is going to show you and tell you exactly how to buy a rental property with no money down. Let's go. In this video, I'm going to give you some clear steps and tell you some great secrets on, number one, how to start getting those rental properties that make a lot of money, where to find them, and who you should be talking to before you ever even decide to buy that rental property. Two, I'm going to tell you what to say and how to set up the agreements so that you can get those properties with no money down. And then we're going to talk about how to scale the business where you can get furniture, furnishings, and everything that you need for your rental property without spending any of your own money. When it comes to vacation rental properties, there's a lot of money to be made, but you often have to put money down in order to get the property, especially if you want to buy the property, own it, and then furnish it and start making money with the vacation rentals or with Airbnb or whatever websites you want to put it on. So we got to kind of talk about how do you get properties before we ever even get into the short-term rental. Let's talk about how you would even get a property with no money down. The first thing that you want to do is start with marketing. You want to find people and market to people that have property problems. This is a great niche for real estate in general, but it's perfect for buying properties without money down. Most people, if they're just looking to sell a property and they put the property for sale with a real estate agent, they're going to want you to bring a pre-approval letter. They're going to want you to get qualified by a bank, and they're going to want you to come up with some down payment so that you can, put earnest money down and then buy the property. Well, that's one way to do it, but here's a better way. You can do what we call a lease purchase or a purchase option. And this will give you the right to have the property, it's yours, the lease is in your name, and then you can purchase the property at a later time for a set amount of money. Many states call this a lease purchase. Some states call it owner financing. Some states call it a lease with a purchase option. Check your state to find out what the correct terminology is. But the general idea of this is that you lease the property for a certain amount of time, for a certain amount of money, and then you purchase the property. Or you have the option to purchase the property. You don't have to purchase the property. You have the option. So let's talk about what type of properties might work for this. The properties are going to be your same vacation rental type of properties, wherever there are hotels, essentially. So if there's a hotel in that town or city, then you probably could have an Airbnb there. Because remember, I've taught you this before. There's another link to a video so you can learn all about it. You're competing with hotels mostly, not rental properties. So if there's a hotel in your city or town, then you probably could have an Airbnb there pretty easily as well. So it's not so much about the property. So now we've decided, okay, the property is okay. There's Airbnbs in that area already. So now we've decided it's suitable. So who would we target? Who would we market to? Well, people that have a problem with their property. These people are going to be way more open to negotiate with you. So you're going to market to people that are in divorce, that someone died, that they're in foreclosure, they're behind on their payments, they lost their job, whatever the situation may be, where they are not able to make those mortgage payments and they are more open to options where you could go in and negotiate and get that property and start making some money, maybe joint ownership or, some joint ventures with the seller. Well, I'll give you some great options there. But these are easy ways to reach out to people that have a problem and then offer a solution where they make money and you make money. Once you've identified these property problems and you've contacted the seller, okay? So you've sent out letters or you put out signs or, you called around to see people that were in foreclosure, you bought a list. Again, I have some videos here that teach you about how to find people with property problems. It's pretty easy. So you found these people and now you're on the phone with a seller and they're behind on their payments or they're losing their job or they're being relocated or whatever their issue may be. You talked with them and you negotiate with them to get that property and you let them know what your business proposition is. you pitch to them essentially, and I'll give you some words that you can say. You let them know that this is the business that you do, that you are going to be using their property, and you're going to have short-term vacation rentals, and you're going to have business travelers in that property. I would probably stay away from the word Airbnb because that does scare some people and they don't necessarily have enough information about what Airbnb is. They may not even know or understand what it is. So that's not probably a term that I would use. I would say vacation rental people or vacation travelers and business travelers. Keep it simple to terms that they understand. Let them know that you are going to pay the rent. You are going to be responsible for paying the rent. They're not going to be collecting rent from all these different people. You'll make one payment directly to them. You will furnish the property if it's not already furnished, and you will maintain the property and deal with the guests. They don't have to worry about anything. This is a pretty easy sell, especially if someone is having an issue with their property where they can't pay for it and they're looking for a way to get out of the property but not ruin their credit. So you really got to be able to explain to that seller that this is such a benefit for them. Many of them might be a little bit scared off and think, oh, well, what if this person doesn't pay? Again, they don't need to worry about those vacation renters or those business travelers. You handle that. Let them know that this is basically an agreement between you and them. Try to minimize that there's all these other people in the mix because it really doesn't concern the seller. You want to keep your conversation really clear on what the benefit is for them and sell yourself, okay? You're selling yourself that you're a professional, you're a business owner, and that you're going to maintain this property and this is the business that you're doing. And I promise you, so many tired landlords are so interested in this. I actually have a list of them. We have some contact information below if you want some more information on that. But we have a ton of tired landlords that are looking for people that will manage their properties and they don't have to pay fees to. Now, once you have gotten the seller to kind of agree to do this for you, usually what I do is I say that we're going to do this for a year. And I actually do this for my own benefit. So with the lease purchase, I agree to lease the property for 1 year. And if I find that the property is profitable, then I will buy the property. If the property is not profitable for me, I just break the lease, or after a year, I just terminate and I give them the property back better than they got it. And I'm telling you, so many landlords are jumping all over this because I'm managing the property. No more phone calls, no more late night this, no more late payments. I will pay the rent. I will handle everything else. And they are jumping all over it. Now you have to furnish the property. You got a great property, you're ready to go, you haven't put any money down, or you put just a little bit for the lease deposit. And again, so that may be a question that you have. What about the security deposit? What about the security deposit? So this is why I said to you that you are looking for people that are in an issue. So say, for example, they're behind on their payments and you need to catch the payments up so that they can move out of the property. Well, this is where business credit comes in, okay? And again, I have a video here for you that talks about how to get you some business credit, or even just use your personal credit while you're building your business credit and then transfer that debt over to your business. I'm gonna make a whole video on that because that is super informative and something that you need to be doing. So if you don't have business credit yet, which again, after like 3 or 4 months, you'll have business credit. So say you don't in the beginning and you just need to use your credit cards. That's what you will do. Many places like Rooms to Go and a lot of these other furniture stores, they have these no interest for a certain amount of time, and you get the furniture and you make payments. Now, some of you may be a little bit afraid by that, but please don't be. Remember, you're in a business and each business will have expenses in order to get started. And one of your expenses in your business may be furnishing that place. And so you may borrow the money to furnish the place. But again, you're going to treat this as a business and you're going to be making profits once you list that property. This is why we list our properties really quickly and we start making money really quickly so that if we have debt, we pay it off. And now it's time to buy the property. So it's been a year, you've been renting this place out on Airbnb, you're making $2,000, $3,000 a month. Hopefully you're doing it the smart way and you're putting some of that money aside, because what you want to do is start saving that money for the down payment when you eventually go to buy that property. Or in many cases, I have some great mortgage lenders that'll teach you how to refinance the property. So you don't even have to buy the property. You already have the lease, you've been owning it essentially, and now you can refinance the property into your name, and that's how you bought the property with no money down. I hope that you really understood everything that I said and that you got a lot of value out of this. If you have any questions or any comments, please comment below. I read every single comment. Please subscribe to my channel where I'm giving you free content every single day. I want to make sure that you are successful. I'm basically giving you a free course right here on YouTube to your success.